and welcome to the official Tarzana Comic Con and Film Festival. Today we have very special guests, Llana, Linda and Dejah Burroughs, the true legacy of Edgar Rice Burroughs. Welcome guys.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you guys coming out of the jungle to greet us.
No, we're still in the jungle.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Happy birthday, Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Birthday.
Heavenly birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to the greatest author in the world, Edgar Rice Burroughs.
Yeah. The godfather of science fiction, as
man
Ray
of-
Bradbury said.
We don't have enough candles on the cake, but we can add them on, like, I don't know, with AI or something.
Yeah.
And just to be clear, basically for the people who don't know, Linda, so you're actually the wife of Danton Burroughs, right?
Yes, I am. My husband was the grandson of Edgar Rice Burroughs, and he also worked down in the corporation. And before he died, he was the CEO of the corporation.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Fantastic. It's an unbelievable life story. I mean, that alone can make a biopic, a biography film or something.
Exactly.
And Linda, so just, how has, Edgar Rice Burroughs influenced your life? I mean, obviously from Danton, but all the way back. Can one say that your life has actually been influenced to an extent, in the whole world of Edgar Rice Burroughs' creation?
Yeah, it's been an experience like no other, for sure. And not only did I marry into the Burroughs family, I also gained an extended family of Burroughs fans and Burroughs fans all around the world, which has been fantastic for us to meet all these different people, and also to meet the two of you, Randolph and Dewet, who have influence Tarzan to a new and younger generation, which that's what we would like to happen. We're so thankful for you doing this and promoting.
Thanks.
It's like
Thank you guys.
it's like the best thing that could happen.
So what qualities do you admire in the characters created by Edgar Rice Burroughs? I mean, he created Tarzan, John Carter, and the list goes on, but in any of the characters, what qualities can you associate yourself with?
Well, of course, Tarzan, we love the qualities that he was trying to promote for animals, and that he morally was for keeping the environment clean and helping the animals. But I also am partial to the John Carter books, because Dejah Thoris, Princess of Mars, was his first book. And my first daughter. But
Princess of Mars.
but it's so long ago when he wrote this in the early 1900s that he still was writing for women, and so he was making his women strong and reliant, and so it's good for women and men, because men can identify with John Carter. Women can also identify with these women, even though written long ago, he's making them capable of handling a lot of things that men do. And so I relate more to the women characters. Even Jane was a strong woman too. She became stronger. She seemed like she was weak at the beginning, but by the end, she really found herself.
So some of my role models, of course, my dad was one, because of how he continued his grandfather's legacy. But growing up, I was obsessed with Jim Carrey.
True.
And I loved all of his work, and I would watch In Living Color. I would watch Ace Ventura. To me, we got to meet him.
Yeah, we got to meet him too.
That was like
and his
famous
daughter
person I needed to meet.
Yeah, and his daughter was named Jane, so he related to her.
Oh, nice. Yes, can you believe it?
And his autograph was really cool. It was like a little happy face, and like just
it's like totally different.
We gotta make ours like look like this doodad material.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a very funny guy. Yes.
And also just with the role models, Lana, do you think like that Tarzan is a good role model to kids?
You know, I do think he's a good role model for kids because when I watched Tarzan, I love animals and he could speak to the animals and he to me the compassion for the animals was a big thing for me as a kid, you know, to be very sensitive and I like that. I thought it was very beautiful.
Yeah, I agree totally.
Here's another difficult one for you. If you, what 3 superpowers would you choose if you have any?
I want to fly really bad because I always fly in my dreams. I'm like, why can't I fly here? You know, but and
Wonder
then like
Woman.
I want to make everything disappear, and I want to make like I want to have like superpowers. Like I want to be able to do everything and anything in the world.
Linda, so personally, what do you think is the most important thing to do, you know, to further preserve the Edgar Rice Burroughs legacy?
I think it starts with we're like I'm the granddaughter, so I think it starts with then teaching the great grandchildren, and then they teaching their children to be more involved down at the corporation to promote Tarzan and have a legacy of them going out just like we're doing, and just to keep that going. And hopefully they will change with the times and think of new and interesting things for Tarzan Jane, for John Carter and Dejah Thoris, all those people. They would have an input as to something that would be good for the younger generation that are coming up.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, to take it from generation to generation, you know, I think that it's a good way to, you know, to get it into the minds of, you know, each generation, because I think that's how it actually got for the past 100 years. So it was somehow, you know, passed on to generation and generation. So, I mean, I think it's a good thing, you know, to involve especially children and the youth and the younger people today, but also for everybody, because I think, you know, all the characters of Edgar Rice Burroughs is universal. I mean, there's something for everyone.
Yes, we
Also,
do. We think it's
I think there's a lot of qualities and values in the character for people or children to look up to or to relate to, you know, whether it's like a sort of a superpower or confidence or physically looking good or whatever, you know, or just being in the jungle.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot.
I think that now this time period, they're missing the point as to superpowers. I mean, he did have a superpower because we need to protect our environment and we need to care for the animals. And we need to do this to keep our planet surviving and not polluted. And you know, we were just talking about the ocean and the pollution that's going on there and hurting the fish and the mammals and everything like that. So I think that we need to gear up in that direction. You know, she's been very interested in, you know, helping the animals in Africa and
getting water down there. Figure out
Oh,
Yeah,
putting like a big like tarp out with the
she
water.
talked to
It's all,
Jane
like,
Goodall
jump.
when we met
Yeah,
Jane
Jane
Goodall,
Goodall.
and Jane Goodall said, "Come down, yes, you know, help with what she's interested in."
Let's say if you win like $10 million tomorrow, what would you spend it on?
I would totally want like to buy an antique mall, like a historian museum, and just like put all my stuff in it and be like, and everybody would come and just visit it and look at it, and it would be behind glass with lights.
Like a museum.
Yeah, well, it would be a historical museum, but with my dad's antiques and all his stuff in it.
Oh,
So I
there
could
you go.
sell it and have people looking at it. It'll just
Yeah,
be
that's
like
a
a
good
big
idea.
mall.
If you could go anywhere in the world right now, where would you go?
Well, now that I've been talking with you guys, I want to go to your place, like to South Africa, and go on a safari with you guys. before I would love to go to Portofino, Italy.
That sounds like a storybook.
Yeah.
Well, we almost made it there.
Yeah.
She was modeling in Milan. So she kind of stopped. She was doing Dolce & Gabbana. And we just kind of went by and we just started. We went on the train and we went to
Monaco.
Monaco. So we had a great time there. And we were going to go more places, but it's like it took a lot of time to do it. And she wanted to get back to washer and dryers because being there, she didn't have a washer and dryer.
Oh wow.
That was her thing.
Yeah.
I couldn't clean my clothes.
Yeah.
That's different. We love going to Europe, but yeah, you get homesick, homesick for your own home in Tarzana.
I mean, there's so much more we want to talk about, and we can spend the whole day and a night and another day and another night.
6 days, 7 nights.
Yeah.
But okay, thanks a lot for your time. We appreciate it, and it was really an honor to me to have a conversation with you guys. It's always so enlightening to me and inspiration, to speak to someone who has the same compassion, if you can use that word, for Tarzan and the creation of Edgar Rice Burroughs and the whole legacy that's gonna go on for the next 100 years.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're honored to be interviewed by you and your brother, and anytime.
It's always a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure.
We love you guys.
We do love you.
We love you guys too.
Yeah, so thank you so much for making the time and the effort. We really appreciate it. For leaving the elephants in the jungle and make time for all three of you to be together. It's even more difficult than us. We're only two. You guys are three.
Yeah. The more the merrier. Yeah. Yeah, have a nice day in the jungle of Tarzana, and thanks a lot for being part of the show.
All right. Thank you.
Can't wait to see you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Enjoy your day.
Thanks a lot. Bye.